Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about something else. It's also very important since the market is not on the rise. It will be, not right now though. Fraud is on the rise, and I want to get into that right now and make this short as possible because I think this is important information, especially for buyers. So fraud is on the rise. Escrow money transfer, always confirm via phone with your escrow officer, right? I just received a warning from the Department of Real Estate that fraud, especially escrow fraud, is on the rise. There are several parties involved in a real estate transaction, up to 7 or 8 at times, right? So let me have a look at this here real quick. So there's a buyer, there's a seller, there's a buyer's agent, there's a listing agent, escrow company, title company, lender, home inspector, HOA. So I try to keep home inspector and HOA out of conversations they don't need to know, but oftentimes people just hit reply all. Now, what can happen is that you are, or that somebody found out about this real estate transaction. Not sure how they found out, but they did, So for example, let's say you have 7, 8 people in a transaction. It is possible sometimes that somebody gets sick from the escrow company, so some person leaves, another one comes in. It's not uncommon. It does happen, right? People get sick, stuff happens. So it's not really uncommon. So therefore, maybe people don't pay too much attention about if somebody sneaks in. But if somebody manages to sneak in and gets reply all, they're going to get a lot of important information, especially when it comes time to get your account information to send your money to escrow. This is why I highly recommend this procedure. I personally, when I purchased my property, when I called escrow, and Barbara was her name. I said, Barbara, can you confirm the account number? Yes, this is it. And I've talked to Barbara several times before, so that I got familiar with her, right? I knew her voice, I knew her. But here's what I recommend going forward. I didn't do that, but I would going forward. You call your escrow company, you call your escrow officer, and you tell whatever her name is, let's say it's Barbara. Barbara, can you confirm the account number where I need to deposit where I need to wire my deposit? And also the down payment later on, right? So yes, and then what I would do is I would just transfer a small amount while I have Barbara on the phone and say, Barbara, I'm sending some money right now from my bank account to your account. Can you let me know it's gotten there? So this is one way you can assure that this is the way it should go, right? Because what you don't want is a situation like this happened to the couple in San Diego where they lost $800,000 in a transaction. This one right here.
A North County couple's American dream quickly turned into a nightmare after wiring nearly $800,000 to who they thought was their escrow agent. Instead, all of that money went to a scammer.
And I remember I just dropped to the floor and
I immediately went to the FBI.
10 News reporter John Horn is joining us now live in the newsroom. And John, that money appears to be gone.
Yeah, and as far as that couple can tell, it's in somebody's account in Singapore. Now, Kevin and Nicole North thought by now they'd be the proud owners of a brand new, expansive car.
Anyway, you see the situation. Another one was over here. Southern California couple lost $160,000 in rapidly growing down payment scam. And another one went to our account. They lost $200,000 in a down payment scam. So you get the idea. This is huge. This is very important, right? So again, do your homework. Make sure that you talk to your escrow officer. I will leave in the YouTube description field, I will leave the letter or the notice from the Department of Real Estate, which I think is very important because one of the things, let me just show you really quickly how this happens is by, let's see, where is it here? How the scam works, okay? So scammers gain access to real estate transaction by sending phishing emails with malware to parties involved. Another big thing is, let me just find this really quick because I had it open here earlier. Is where, let me just, this one right here, I'm going to bring it up. So here, let me just, here we go. Okay, so DRE urges California consumers to be aware. This is one of the big things here. So the BEC, the business email compromise. So this type of fraud is becoming increasingly sophisticated. Criminals hack into the email accounts of real estate professionals or escrow officers and impersonate them to trick home buyers into transferring large sums of money to fraudulent accounts. And to this point, I want to say that I have dealt with, had real estate transactions where other agents had Yahoo accounts and Hotmail accounts, email accounts. And personally, again, nothing against these companies. Personally, I don't think it's secure because we have known from the past that Yahoo has been hacked and Hotmail. So I would suggest either a Gmail account, I think that's the safest, or if your brokerage has a server that they're providing safe emails where people cannot hack into, that's another way to go. But for real estate agents, I really would recommend getting a decent email address. Anyways, I think this is all that we had to talk about. I just want to bring this to your attention. And so you don't get caught up in something like that, because just imagine for a moment, here's a young family, they've been saving up for years and years and years. Maybe they got some money from the parents, who knows? And their dream is wiped out within a second. I mean, that's a nightmare. This is something that you don't digest easily. The ground underneath your feet must be taken away when this happens. So I'm trying to inform people to be aware of that and not fall into that trap. If you have any questions in regards to this or any real estate related questions, my number is at the bottom of the screen, 918-2260. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate your attention.